So good morning everyone. So today we are going to discuss about industrial revolution. Yes, you heard it right. So during this industrial age, the period of history that encompassed the changes of economy and social organizations that began around 1760 in the Great Britain and later in the other countries, characterized chiefly by the replacement of hand tools with power-driven machines such as the power loom and the steam engine, and by the concentration of industry in large establishments. The industrial age is defined by mass production, broadcasting, and raise of the nation state, power, modern medicine, and running water. During this industrial age, the quality of life of human life has increased dramatically during in this era. Life expectancy today worldwide is more than twice as high as it was when the industrial age began. So there are some artworks during industrial. The first is spinning room. Vintage engraving showing the factory floor of spinning room in Shadwell Roofworks in 1878. The next X is factory workers. Women working machines at the American Woolen Company, Boston, c. 1912. And during these industrial revolutions, factories were built to house machine and workers. So we can see the pictures that the society really improved. Next is Clermont. Robert Fulton's first steamboat, or first invented a steamboat, later called the Clermont, makes its first voyage from New York to Albany, New York on the Hudson River in 1807. So this is the pictures as what you saw. Next is spinning jenny. It was invented by James Hargreaves, called spin 8 trades at the same time. It is greatly improved the textile industry. Yes, this is the pictures of spinning jenny. Next is the James Watt's steam engine. James Watt's engine displays Thomas Newcomen's law, clumsy steam pumping engine. Watt's engine has a flywheels, crank, and steam governor. Next is the first flight of Orville Wright in December 1903. It beginning the first successful controlled flight in history at Kill Devil Hills in North Carolina on December 17, 1903. Uh, These names is the famous inventors of the industrial era. The first is James Watt, who greatly improved the steam engine. Richard Trevithick and George Stephenson, who pioneered the steam locomotive. Robert Fulton, who designed the first commercial successfully paddle steamer. Michael Faraday, who demonstrated the first electric generator and electric motor. Joseph Wilson Swan and Thomas Alva Edison, who invented the light bulb. Samuel Morse, who designed a system of electric telegraphy and invented Morse code. Alexander Graham Bell, who credited with inventing telephone. Gottlieb Daimler and Carl Benz, who constructed the first motorcycle and motor car powered by high-speed internal combustion engine of their own design. So those are the names of famous inventors of industrial era. First is James Watt, Richard Trevithick and George Stephenson, Robert Fulton, Michael Faraday, Joseph Wilson Swan and Thomas Alva Edison, Samuel Morse, Alexander Graham Bell, Gottlieb Daimler, and Carl Benz. So there are main features of industrial revolutions. The technological changes include the use of new basic materials, chiefly iron and steel, the use of new energy resources, the invention of new machines, new organization of work known as a factory system, development of transportation and communication, and the lastly is increasing application of science to industry. So there are main characteristics of industrial. The first is the capitalism, socialism, and communism. So capitalism, it is the ideology associated with Adam Smith. The private ownership, competitions, ensures quality products and services at low price, no government interventions in the market, a market acting as self-regulator. So first is the basic communism, feudalism, capitalism and socialism, and communism. Communism, economic system, believes in collective ownership and a planned economy. No concept of private ownership. The theory is that everybody pools the resources and labor to evenly distribute everything. That is communism. So there are, I think, three stages of affirmative communism. The first is this is how humans live together before the emergence of large-scale agriculture. A small hunting and gathering tribes. Everything was shared amongst the tribe: food, jobs, and belongings. No one owned land and no one is exploited for their labor. Eventually, one group comes to power, which leads feudalism. The next is the primitive communism and feudalism. Under feudalism, the king becomes ruler over the people. Exploitation begins. In the stage 2, believed in the divine rights of the king to rule. The king gives land and privilege to nobles who rule the people on behalf of him. As trade develops, some people get richer. This leads to capitalism. Feudalism to capitalism. Business owner or capitalist get richer while the workers do not do the work. Capitalisms get more power to serve their own interest. Capitalism creates a large working class of people who organize, create unions, and demand changes. This leads to socialism. Socialism. It is a French reformers wanted to balance the effects of industrialization with socialism, in which factors of productions are owned by the public and operate for the welfare of all. What that means is the government owns the resources and businesses needed for industrialism. Further, the basic belief behind socialism was that the government should actively plan the economy rather than letting the market determine what will happen. Socialists believed if the government controlled and regulated resources, factories, and other key industries, that poverty could be abolished and quality equality would be promoted. Socialists had a positive view of people and the future. So that's all. Thank you.